Hey, it's Vana, and welcome back to Dark Souls, ladies and gentlemen. I have to be honest, I pre-recorded a lot of the past episodes because I took that trip to Arizona. But this is not pre-recorded. I mean, technically they're all pre-recorded, but you know what I mean. It's not pre-recorded like a week in advance. Anyways, in the last episode, I do remember that I said we were going to go to Anor Londo and get the final, right? We defeated Seath, that's 1. We defeated Gravelord Nito, that's 2. And we defeated the Chaos Witch, Izalith, so that's 3. Yeah. The final Lord Soul awaits in well, I'm not going to spoil the boss, but it awaits in Anor Londo, and I said we were going to go there, but actually I completely forgot that we have not explored the secret area that I was talking about at the bottom of Blighttown, and we're going to do that in this episode. So as you can see, I've equipped the Rusted Iron Ring, and we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, if we were to walk in the poison, we would still get, or if we were to walk in the water, we would still get poisoned, as you can see here. And even though at this point in the game it's not really that much of an issue to get poisoned, I mean, it's going to do so little damage, and we do have 15 Estus flasks. A lot of people, by the way, have been saying that you can kindle to 20 Estus flasks. And during this entire Let's Play, I kind of remembered that, but I wasn't exactly sure if I was making that up in my mind or not. What's interesting is I don't remember if how to do that, number one, or if we can just do it right off the bat, considering we have the right of kindling. We might be able to do that. I don't think we've seen these enemies yet, or maybe we have these leeches. But we're just gonna go ahead and pass all of these guys. There is one item at the bottom of Blighttown because we didn't really explore any of this area. It looks like they're gonna chase me. There is one item I know that we missed out that's kind of cool, and it's a weapon called Server. And basically, when you attack things, it restores your health, which sounds really good, but honestly, it's not that great. So, the plank shield. Wait a second. Weren't we here before and I tried to press A on these walls? Why didn't I grab that item? Maybe that item only appears after a certain amount of time? Or maybe we were just never here. I'm not really sure. Either way, there was a certain point in this Let's Play when I thought to activate illusory walls, we had to go up to them and press A. That's not how you do it. You actually have to attack them. Okay, so that's not it. There you are. So there's an illusory wall here with a chest behind it. Let's go ahead and open it and see what we have. We have Twin Humanities, and that's it. Let's go ahead and go to Anor Londo and get ourselves that last Lord Soul. Just kidding! I can't believe this game did this, but if you were to go to the back of this treasure chest and attack again, there is yet another illusory wall, which leads to an entirely different and optional area. So, you can only imagine, you know, before the internet sort of archived all of the information of Dark Souls, like, how many people just figured that was the only illusory wall, when there was actually one behind it that leads to the Great Hollow. Crazy, right? I just love games that do stuff like this. Stuff that, you know, other games never ever do, so it just keeps you on your toes. Moving on. I just got souls for something. Someone must have dropped. There is a bonfire here. That's why I didn't cure my poison, even though, it's, as you can see, it's not really doing any damage at all. It's actually going to run out before it even gets to half of my health. So I think that's just a byproduct of leveling up over the course of the game, because we didn't really put any points into resistance or anything. So, yeah. Are we human? We are indeed human. We have switched back to the Great Machete, the Demon Great Machete. Why do I have the Grass Crest Shield, though? I've been liking, or I've liked to use the a shield and so that I can block with the Demon Great Machete. But I guess we'll stick with this for now. One thing we do have to do, though, is replace this with Havel's Ring, because yeah, we're not going to be really walking in much water from now on. Alright, so this is the Great Hollow, and as you can see, it's sort of like a big, giant expanse of branches and twigs and all sorts of stuff. This place is kind of difficult. I remember it was taking my roommate quite a long time to get through it, and yeah, I actually ended up helping him out. There's items all over the place, but the thing is, most of them are Titanite chunks and stuff. I know for a fact there is one decent ring in here. Okay, I might remember something happens here. Okay, no, is there no point to this? I guess there's no point. So the reason I'm saying that is because I don't... Oh no, are we stuck here? There we go. The reason I'm saying that is because I don't really necessarily want to grab every item down here, just because I do remember most of it being Titanite. Now, that's not to say that that's not important. Actually, there's a lot of twinkling Titanite and red and blue and all sorts of stuff, if I remember correctly. But I don't really need it because, what, we've already upgraded this to max, right? There should be a way to upgrade it further, but that does not require the Titanite that we'll find in here. So basically what you have to do in this location is just look down and drop onto branches that you can drop down to without hopefully falling to your death. And like I said, there are items all over the place, and there is a ring, and I'll just go ahead and say what it is because we're probably not going to get it. It's the Chloranthy ring, which is a big ring in Dark Souls 2 if I remember, but in this game I don't think it's as important. It might be. I might have used it for a while, I'm not really sure. But the Chloranthy ring basically increases stamina regen, and I think it also stacks with the Grass Crest shield and everything. So yeah, pretty good ring. And see, another Titanite chunk. And it's like in that main tree area. I think we already saw it like on a little ledge. But yeah, we'll probably not get it. I just want to get through this area as quickly as possible. I don't really... Sometimes if you fall too close to the edge, you'll actually slip off, and that's what I wanted to avoid there. Don't tell me that this is a dead end, please. I'm not seeing anything that we can land on. I don't think that one to the left there is big enough. We might just have to land on that sort of small one. Yeah, that's what's going to have to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and use an Estus Flask because this is going to deal a lot of damage to me. I think if we were to fall all the way to the bottom, I was going to say we might survive. Nope, that's not the case. Okay, interesting. So I don't know if we've been here before or not, but there's actually a ladder here. So we'll go ahead and drop down that. Yeah, like I said, you can see there's items all over the place. This is the last time I'm going to mention this, but it's just not worth it for me in this Let's Play right now to try and attempt to grab them all. We're not even going to use the majority of them because we don't use the weapons that they upgrade. So, yeah, hope you guys forgive me, but just trust that if there was something significant down here, I would grab it. Alright, so we have a new enemy type here. Oh my god, he just jumped on me and stunned me. Alright. So this is like a black frog, and we've seen the other frog. Oh, we need to get out of that. No, why did you roll that way, dude? What in the world? All right. Yeah, so those are black frogs. I'm not exactly sure what their actual enemy name is. You can see this is an unfortunate soul that was turned, or that was cursed. But yeah, these guys are different because they will actually curse you like at a much faster rate. In fact, I think if you stand in the... Let's kick his body down there because that's so satisfying. Come on. No! Okay. It's better to not fall down there to our death than to see his body fall. Alright, but yeah, if you were to stay in their little poison cloud or whatever, their curse cloud, for an extended period of time, like this, but as you can see, it's not really doing much to us. I know for a fact that, like, these guys are worse because I did see my roommate get cursed, like, instantly, and that's why they're a different color, and that's why, you know, this section of the game is further on down the path than when you first encounter these guys. Because obviously they would be an upgraded enemy, they're not just going to be the same old frog, because honestly those frogs back in the depths are not difficult at all. So I don't know, maybe we just have some extra resistance I'm not accounting for or something, but yeah, those guys did not really do too much to me. Alright, looks like we've actually reached the end. Once you see all of these mushrooms, that's pretty much the bottom, which is nice. This area can cause a lot of difficulty for a lot of people. I don't think I ever had too much difficulty with it. It's just one of those places that didn't really mess me up too much. But yeah, we're also going to have a bunch of these guys down here, which we should have seen in the forest, right? So now they're all down here again, these little mushroom dudes. Now, what's weird is I thought these guys don't attack me. But I remember, like, I was watching my roommate play, and he stood next to one, and they just ran up and attacked him. So I'm just going to kill all of them. Whereas... if they were actually passive, I wouldn't. Oh yeah, they run into you. They like dive into you, and it deals a tiny bit of damage, but also stuns you. Okay, so we're reaching the bottom here. You can see there's some mamas and papas over there. So we got to be more careful with those guys, obviously. But what we want to do is we want to clear out the tiny ones first, if we can get to them, because they will like actually stun us and allow their parents to actually deal a ton of damage to us. We could also just leave, and that's honestly what I want to do. I don't like this spot because you can get comboed to death so easily, you just don't expect it, and there's nothing gained from killing them anyways. So we're just going to go ahead and move on, other than, you know, a tiny bit of souls, but we're at the point where killing them would literally have like no impact on leveling up because it costs so much to level up. So the only reason I'm talking about this so much is I hope you guys realize I'm not trying to speed things along or rush through this. It's just because literally, you know, it's far better in my efforts. As you know, relating to the chances of me dying. Okay, so we've actually entered a new area called the Ash Lake, and once you see the area when we open it up, you're going to be like, holy crap, is this really an optional area? And the answer is yes, it's completely optional. Now look at this. Isn't that amazing? This is how you truly know something's a good game, right? I mean, this is completely optional, and it's hidden behind 2 illusory walls, so the developers knew it would take people a while to figure this out, and they put so much work into this. You can see there's a Hydra in the distance, obviously, but yeah, it's just a really incredible, unique location in Dark Souls, one that is always going to be in my memory, as opposed to some other ones that maybe I would forget about. Although, honestly, in Dark Souls, I'm going to remember every location pretty much to the day I die, probably, as long as I sporadically play this game every couple of years or something. We have a bonfire over here. Let's go ahead and use it and also rest. I don't think there's a point to be human, so there's no need to use any humanity at this point. I mean, I don't even know if you can get invaded down here. Actually, I don't think you can. I've definitely never been invaded down here. So, well, we can go ahead and take on that Hydra, which is the second of the game. And let's do that. So let's switch back to the... What shield were we using? It was the Crest Shield, right? So where's that Crest Shield? There we go. Alright, so we're pretty much going to employ the same exact tactic. I think this one is the same. It may have, like, some more hit points or something, but I think overall it acts the same as the other one. Although I will tell you guys what it can do after we kill it, but we want to get as close to it as possible before it shoots those jets at me. Alright, so if you remember the last time, basically we just stand here with our shield raised. It's going to attack me by lunging out all of its heads. Probably going to hit me, but that's okay. It's going to deal no damage to me, and then we just want to lunge out with our weapon. And the only thing is we don't want to fall into that water. There's a drop shortly ahead. Why are you backing up? What are you doing? No! No, no, no. You gotta get close to me and then do the lunging attack. Yeah, sometimes it does that when it shouldn't. It should be getting close to me. And you can't really see, but it is actually like swimming towards me. Alright. I don't know what you're doing there. Okay, go ahead and do that, yeah. Alright. Hopefully it didn't knock me down. It did, so we're probably not gonna get an attack. Oh! We did not get an attack. Alright. So this is probably gonna take a while. I'll speed it up after maybe one more attack. Because, yeah, basically just going to be this over and over and over and over. I guess there is a chance that they can... Did we not even get an attack off there? That would suck. No, I saw its health bar, which means we hit it. Yeah, one more and then I'll speed it up until we kill this monstrosity. Come on, let's go. Come on. We probably hit it right there, honestly, but I'm not going to risk it. That dealt damage to me. Alright. There goes a head. Alright, let's just keep repeating that. Okay, I didn't realize... Oh, so I think I mentioned this before. We got 2 dragon scales, by the way, and 10,000 souls. I don't think I mentioned this before, but you can actually kill it like by depleting its HP points rather than cutting off all of its heads. So that's what happened there. It had like 3 heads left or 4, and we just dealt enough damage to it. So then it died. So yeah, second Hydra of the game, also the last, also dead. Good to go. So there's actually a ton of these things down here. We already got 2. Here's another dragon scale. They're all over the bottom of Ash Lake. You can see one in the distance there over to the left, maybe. And this place is pretty empty, honestly. I'm just hoping that I'm not missing anything. I feel like I was missing an entrance into that place that we just exited, that giant hollow right there. The Great Hollow, I should say. But I might be confusing that with the tree over in the distance, so we'll just assume that's what's happening. Don't think we need to return to the bonfire. If we were to go over that little overlap, we would die. We would slide straight into the water and die. So there are a few enemies left down here, but I don't think it warrants going back to the bonfire. We will, however, use one Estus flask. And the thing I was saying about the kindling, the rite of kindling, being able to make it go up to 20, we might already be able to do that. I just never tried, but I feel like I did try, so I don't know. There's another dragon scale, which is used to... What are dragon scales used for? Oh, just dragon weapons, yeah. You need those to upgrade dragon weapons. Do we even have... Yeah, we definitely do. We have, like, the Dragon King Great Axe. There's a bunch of them. We probably, honestly, won't even use any of them. Just because it's probably going to be either this or the Quelaag's Fury Sword. Although, using the Quelaag's Fury Sword would probably be a mistake because, again, we don't have the dex. But, yeah. Here we have another one of these guys. I think this is actually, like, a different version. Maybe, like, a different colored version. Okay, I was hoping that would stun him, although it's not really. Okay, that was a... Don't know why I didn't roll there, but oh well. Alright, let's actually use an Estus Flask before he attacks me again. Don't you do it! Okay, I want to two-hand this weapon. Hopefully just stun him to death. And you're dead. Yeah, I think it's like a little bit different of a version than the one that we've already seen. But you can see it's pretty much the same thing. We have another one in the distance over there. I think that actually might be the only one left. I remember this area having very few enemies other than the Hydra. Okay, so let's just take a quick peek to see if there's anything over here. Doesn't look like it. I remember there being a dragon scale pretty much at every little structure. So there's a giant skull here, but no dragon scale. So I guess I was wrong. Let's do a running attack on this. Hopefully it'll stun him. And he still gets an attack off at the exact moment that I hit him. Die for your treachery. These things drop something too, I believe. Maybe Twinkling Titanite, but like I said, I think they also have a chance to drop Purge Stones, which we don't really need at all. Okay, so don't worry. I did not forget about that dragon scale over here. It's just hard to pinpoint exactly where it is because everything looks the same down here. There we go. Go ahead and grab this one. I'm pretty sure every single item down here is a dragon scale. And this one is placed in a way that would lead you to your death very easily if you were not careful. Alrighty then. So we have another giant tree ahead. The last one was the Great Hollow, an actual area. I guess this one's not so great because it's not specifically named. But I'm sure it does its best, nevertheless. Okay, so I think what we want to do is come down here and go in through this way. And yes, I knew that there were more of these frogs. Did not remember that there's another mushroom. Get out of the cursed stuff. Okay, so I hate these guys because it's so hard to get the timing down. You see? And you think you're going to strafe and they're not going to be able to hit you, and then they do anyways. Alright, he's backing up as if to say, go ahead and use an Estus Flask, buddy. And I will. And it's also hard because you don't know if they're going to do 2 swings or just 1... Because it looks like they're kind of winding up for another swing, but in reality, they're just doing 1. And I think they do have a double swing. But yeah, this is what Dark Souls does to you. It makes you, like, sort of second guess. Oh my god. Alright. See, we've already got hit by this guy twice. And he's, like, the biggest, slowest enemy. There's the double swing. I knew you had it, you bastard. Don't want to do the strong attack. And why are we doing so little damage to this guy? Yeah, he does one attack where he sort of lunges forward, and that's the one you gotta watch out for. Because the hitbox is very gratuitous. Oh, God, no! Okay, that's the lunging one. This weapon would be so much better if the reach just looked a little bit longer. It's just like it feels that it's... No, die! Okay, good. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to even deal with the ones in the other area. It's just... I don't know. For me, right now, it just feels like they have such a higher chance of hitting me. Okay, where are we now? We definitely want to watch our footing. If we were to drop, we would die. Fortunately, this is somebody that was playing in another universe, basically, that was hit by that guy. So we can drop into that. I think we want to do that, yeah. Alright, because I know that there is an item down here or something. So let's drop carefully into this. And where is this going to lead? This is the thing I was talking about, by the way, when I was saying there was going to be a different path. Great Magic Barrier, yep. Alright, so I believe all that does is increases your resistance to overall damage. I know it's in Dark Souls 2 as well, and I believe it's far more easily accessed because I remember using it a lot. just because it's like a quick, easy buff to use and it doesn't require that much faith, if I remember right. Alright, so we will attempt to complete all of Ash Lake in this episode. We have 1 more minute, but that's fine. I'm not opposed to going over. There's no reason to push this into another episode. So basically what we need to do is just traverse this giant path of sand. I see you, clam thing. And you're gonna die. Don't you ever get an attack off on me again. You already got it once. Not you specifically, but your friend. Like the exact moment that I hit you. Twinkling Titanite, so I guess they drop the same thing their friends do over at the Crystal Caves. Alright, so I'm going to follow this path, and then we'll reach the final destination. Alrighty, we're entering an enclosed area. Let's use an Estus Flask here. Now, it wouldn't be an optional area without an optional boss, right? And maybe you can see something in the distance there. My god, doesn't that look intimidating? Looks like a giant bat, right? I hope we're ready for this. I don't know if we are. Wait a second, why is there no boss health bar? That's because this is not a boss. I'm just tricking you guys. Isn't that funny? Alright. Yeah, this is actually not a boss. We'll talk to him in a second. Pray to the everlasting dragons. What we want to do, and this is another big secret. Not a big secret, but, I mean, one of those things where if you're playing for the first time, how in the world could you possibly know this? If we go to the back to his tail here, we can cut it off and get the dragon greatsword. And guess what? He doesn't even care. It doesn't even matter, literally, that you did that. He still allows you to join this covenant. So let's go ahead and enter that. Join covenant, abandons former covenant, achievement unlocked, covenant, path of the dragon, yes. This is another one of those covenants that unfortunately is pretty impossible to use in this day and age. Dragon Headstone and Dragon Eye, covenant established, cool beans. Oh, that's what dragon skills are for, yeah. Okay, in Dark Souls 2, I thought you could use them to upgrade. I may be wrong, or I may be right. Yeah, no, you can use them to upgrade, but you also can offer them here. So basically, you offer dragon scales to rank up in this covenant, and basically what it does is it allows you to become a dragon. You get the headstone, you get a dragon head. I'm not going to do it because I don't think we can, or maybe we can. Let's just try it. It's a usable item, I believe. Yeah, it's a usable item, so we should be able to find the dragon headstone. There we go. Gain dragon head and emit dragon breath. Alright. Yeah, so we can't use it. I always forget what's going on with this. Maybe it's because we have to... Okay, there we go. So we use it, and now we have a dragon head. And if we hold X on the stone, we can also breathe fire, which rapidly depletes our stamina. And really all it does... I think it does a tiny bit of damage, but the main thing is it stuns people. So this thing is really not good at all. And I forget how to get rid of it. This is why I didn't want to equip. Maybe just do that. This is... Yeah, see, now it's saying I can't equip helmets. This is why I didn't want to do that, because I remember something happens like this and you can't re-equip stuff. Oh, you have to die, that's right. Yeah, you have to die. So, we'll use this. Nothing's really going to happen anyways. We have 15,000 souls. We'll drop over the edge here, unless I can't. Alright, well, I guess I'll do it in between the next episode. So yeah, Dragon Covenant, you can also get a Torso Stone, and that does a spell that, like, basically is like Wrath of the Gods. It emits, like, a force field around you. Deals damage to enemies, I believe. But yeah, it's, like, impossible to rank up, because the way this Covenant works is you get the Dragon Orb or whatever. You place that down, enemies will use it to force you to duel them. If you beat them, you get a Dragon Stone. Or am I confusing that with Dark Souls 2? I know that's how it works in Dark Souls 2. I don't know. I'm not really going to talk about it because this is one of those covenants that I'm not exactly sure on. I was never able to rank up in it because, you know, not a lot of people play these days. But yeah, Dragon Covenant. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this episode here. Thank you for watching. In the next one, we will go to New Londo, and I will see you guys there. Bye-bye.